to saving, benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is Amara Smith-Spates from Nebraska Bowling. Some kids wish for a family dog. Others wish for a family. Last month, over 100 kids needed a foster family and home. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Brand.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in to Give to Lincoln Day. It continues. We're 93.7 The Ticket. We've been out here at Cedars 66th and Pioneers. That's the block that's the hottest right now.
The hottest block. You're on the block, but that's the hottest block. Cedars is where the place to be today.
Right here, 66th and Pioneers. If you're driving by, give us a honk. We'll wave. Stop by, make a donation if you feel so moved. We really appreciate it.
Tell you what Stricky's going to do.
What's Stricky going to do?
Stricky's going to make a $100 donation.
Stricky's going to make a $100 donation.
Yes. For the ticket, Stricky's going to make a donation for the ticket.
Love it.
We're going to do it.
Block stays hot.
Yes, man. We love what's going on here. It's just a wonderful thing that Cedars is just they've been a heartbeat of the community for so long. Hey, shout out. There they go. The honking starts. It's just been a heartbeat of the community, man, and it's just wonderful that the support. They've already matched
their last year's contributions at 12:30 today. So that's an awesome thing. And it's just keep it coming. Come through, say hello, wave, honk, do all of those wonderful things. Miss Nebraska's in the house with a donation. Yeah. Yes, Miss Nebraska came through
with cash, but she said she would have preferred it electronically. There's no excuse. You can do it however, right? If it's cash, we take it. And by we, I mean Cedars. Give it to Cedars, not to us. You're not paying Stricky and I. It's going to Cedars. A lot of great work being done. Building the carriage house, that's going to be an awesome thing for the kids here. And it's the gifts from people like you, the friends of Cedars, people in the community that help Cedars in their mission to help kids in Lincoln find safety and stability, as well as a safe place to call home. To help them at Cedars help more kids, go to givetolincoln.com to make your donation. Anytime now. This is officially Give to Lincoln Day, like I said.
Also, if you're going to write checks, you can do checks too. That's the old school way. A lot of times it doesn't go down that way, but some people still like to do it that way. You can write your checks and you can write them out to Lincoln Community Foundation. That's Lincoln Community Foundation.
Absolutely. So Strick and I will be manning the airwaves for the next couple hours, but it's not just going to be us. We're not just going to be solo. We see DP out there. Nick just got off the air. Ricky Simmons has been around. Appreciate him. And Strick, we got a bunch of special guests coming in hour 2 of On the Block.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot going on. I mean, there's not much for us to talk about in sports, but we will give some updates because the Huskers are also getting it started as well in the Big Ten tournament. So we'll also give some updates on scores and likes of that and how they're faring. Hopefully they can make a run and get in. They feel very confident. Will Bolt and the crew, and they feel that winning last 7 of 8 games, was something to kind of get them going. They feel they're getting back at full strength. So we'll see how it goes.
That we will. Huskers and Rutgers have first pitch here any moment. Strick, you're a baseball player. You've been around that block too before. You get into tournament time, whether it's a high school district or state tournament. What is that mindset like going from the end of the regular season into this is it, make or break, do or die?
Shout out. Thanks for the honks. Honks, keep it coming. Well, one of the things about that is it's a shifted mentality because it all means something. Every play, every situation, you've got to process it. You try to minimize opportunities for them and maximize opportunities for yourself. So it's really thinking through, processing through, understanding scouting reports as far as, it's different in baseball in that you want to know kind of what his strengths are in pitches and, what his pinch counts, what he likes to go to, what's his go-to and get out pitches. So that way you can be mindful and watch for your best strength and trying to make things happen and put contact on the ball. Because if you get on base, you give yourselves opportunity. So they want to just be solid in every aspect of the game. They want to make sure that they can just minimize errors and really maximize opportunities.
Absolutely. You mentioned a mindset shift, and that's one thing for, the regular season to the postseason and tournament time. But again, we're out here at Cedars at 66th and Pioneers, and Strick, being out here in the community, having talked to the Cedars representatives that have come to the station we got talked to today, and seeing some of the young people here at Cedars. Strick, that's a mindset shift for me. I'm born and raised in Lincoln. Yeah. I've been here my whole life. Yeah. When you hear that there are kids that are struggling, that don't have a home, that are in places like Cedars where they're still getting cared for, but it's not a traditional family structure at home, you can know in your head that that's happening, that's going on. Yeah. But to talk to the people at Cedars, to be out here, to meet some of the young people as well, that was a mindset shift for me. It put faces to, the issue that's facing it. And that's why I think Cedars, it's important for you to get down here, to meet these people, to see the good work they're doing, especially if you're, born and raised in Lincoln, you've been here. This is your community. These young people are your future. Yeah. That's why we're here at Cedars, asking you to help invest in that future.
Yeah, and we know it's tough. Listen, we know that families all across the country are struggling in whatever different ways. COVID definitely set a lot of people back with the shutdowns and things like that, business opportunities. So we understand that it's tough, and this is why it's beautiful that they've already met their marks from last year. Because that means that shows that the heart of Lincoln is still strong. And I'm reminded of it when I was playing basketball of one of the things that I did in the community, which is always a great thing to just try to in some way integrate yourself back in. I used to have like a section. So I literally would buy somewhere from 30 to 40 tickets every game And my section was dedicated to kids.
That's awesome.
And so it was, and it was a focal point of different kids in the inner city, giving them an opportunity to be able to come. But there was a caveat. They had to have a certain level of obedience in the classroom. They had to be making sure they're getting their work done in order to come. And I would stay before and after the game, talking to them and just speaking life into them. This is what Cedars does here in the community of Lincoln. I remember playing here, just being able to come out to locations like this and some of the local hospitals and some of the local schools, and just to speak to some of the kids. It's beautiful, man. Their heart is pure towards really helping and giving back and pouring into the youth of the community. And so it's beautiful as you do the same.
Absolutely. Like we said, the youth are the future. That's why we appreciate the work that Cedars is doing, continues to do, and anything that you can do to help support Cedars in that mission is greatly appreciated. Nebraska and Rutgers through the top of the first inning. The Scarlet Knights are the visitors. Emmett Olson took the ball first, 3 up, 3 down for him in that first inning. Fly out to center, fly out to right, and a ground out to short. I think under 15 pitches, if I'm not mistaken. So an efficient first inning for Emmett Olson and the Huskers.
Shout out to Chase B real quick. Chase B on the text line. Hunter Lincoln text line is still always open to you guys. 402
464 5685.
There it was. Sometimes I have a Stricky block.
We look right up there. Oh, wait, it's not there.
It's not there. Stricky block. Chase B says he's going to be rolling through in the FedEx truck and he's going to give a hard honk and we'll know it's him. Shout out Chase B. Definitely come through. Everybody, if you're on the text line, let us know so that way we can definitely shout you out and let everyone know that you are in support of what's going on here at Cedars, and we're appreciative of that. 6601, right?
Yep.
Pioneers Boulevard. Come on through.
Please do. Okay, so take me back to young Eric Strickland. You're a young athlete. What was the first sport that you gravitated to, and who was a mentor for you in that sport?
I was probably the most sport I gravitated to was football. I was a big kid, just athletic. I think as a young kid going through divorce, it helped to channel some of that energy and to put it in that place. Very shifty, had great quick feet, speed, but big. So I probably shouldn't have been playing in the league that I was playing in because there was no one that you look at some of these kids. I was him as a young kid, and I shouldn't have been playing in that league. And so literally because of my age, they were scared to put me in a league up, but they should have. Because I went from a bantam league. So here's the layout. This is in California. And I got to play against players like Napoleon Kaufman, who played with the Raiders. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we kind of grew up together. But it was bantam, junior 1, junior 2, and senior.
Okay.
I as a fourth grader, so I played in the bantams and skipped junior 1 to go to junior 2. That's just how dominant I was in that. But see, the thing was, I was just so athletically focused. So then in basketball, the physicality of that translated into basketball, and being also a big kid as a fourth and fifth grader. As a fourth grader, I dominated that league. That so much that my dad would not. He had to go to the people and say, "Listen, if he plays in this league, he's gonna dominate.
He's gonna dominate and get bored.
Get bored. Move him up." So I played against the 7th and 8th graders and was the MVP of that league.
Woo, it's tricky.
So I mean, but that's what my dad always did. He always pushed me for more. It felt like one of those things where you're getting, what is it called? You felt like you're getting chastised, or your dad's always beating you down. And he wasn't doing the same but it was because he expected and wanted more out of me. And so it always helped me. And that's why I never settled for anything but trying to be the best that I could be.
What was your relationship like with Coach Dad?
Not good.
Like not on the field, I mean?
So on the field, I couldn't stand my dad so my dad was a military officer. His dad was an Army, went into Vietnam and, hard nosed. So my dad, it was one of those things where I knew he loved me and he raised me. So, you know, it was kind of crazy. I'm down in Alabama and just getting in trouble. And my mom was like, hey, you know, Matthew, you need to come get him. And I ended up going up to Malmstrom Air Force Base. And so in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad, I couldn't stand him. And it wasn't until I was out of school and in college, probably I would say my senior year, I even left home one time because I just was like tired of him always. But I told him one time, I said, you know what, Pops, I remember all the things that you did. Now I understand why you did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciated it. And I gifted him, I had gifted a necklace when I was in the NBA out of appreciation as I showed that to him. And that was the first time I saw my dad cry.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the importance, man, of parenthood and of family and of places like Cedars, because at times those young kids are crying inside and there's no place for them to pour it out. Mm-hmm. So then rage and anger and stuff begins to build up like a volcano. But Cedars offers them a place where they can get love and get, you know, hugs and just get a smile and to be able to help them to navigate through the darkness of those inner moments of time.
That's what one of the things Cedars is talking about, you know, find safety, obviously, you know, off the streets in a place with people that care for them, but that stability, because, you know, you look at kids that are here, probably hasn't been a lot, and strict, there's just the natural instability of growing up. You know, it's hard to be a kid. It is. You're still discovering who you are. You're still learning so much about the world and how it works. The more stability you can have around a child as they grow, to provide them a base, a place of comfort where they know they can be themselves and learn without fear of, you know, ramifications far down the line. That goes so far for their mental development and their confidence in who they are as a person and their ability to do big things down the road.
Absolutely, Austin. And listen, as an older man and you as a younger man is not, you know, really still coming up through the ranks of living. One of the things I tell kids all the time, I said, listen, man, there's a lot of things that I've done. I said, the difference between you and I isn't the fact that I haven't done nothing. I've had problems and issues in school. The school changes of the day were different. Like a kid like myself, a free thinking, intuitive kid asking questions, you know, was looked at as disobedience, you know, back then. And so I had to kind of get through that part of life. But I tell them all the time, I'm like, listen, man, Strick isn't perfect. You know, to make it a different generation. If I had probably come up with this social media generation, it could probably been some changes. Mm-hmm. For sometimes that I get caught in, you did. It was a blessing that, you know, I this one time, and I was in high school, and I was not doing good. And this was kind of, you know, still in my school, you know, a party that I should have been there, but I had older friends, and I was in this party. The last season or before it started, and gosh darn it, if the police didn't come. And this is a point where it could have been left real bad. In Austin, I said, this one thing, I'm out. I said, sir, my name is Eric, and I shouldn't even be here. And everybody else was in their line saying they was on 21. He said, thank you for telling the truth, young man, you can leave. That's just that little part of the difference of me playing, having the career that I had, or a circumstance changing.
For sure. We'll stay here for just a minute. We'll be back with more on the block for 66 Pioneer. I can join us, you know, whether you're listening online that way or in person. Drop off a location here. Thank you. Again, you're listening to All Block here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at GiveToLincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Hey, this is former Husker and motivational speaker Ricky C. Simmons. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids, and on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln kids today.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life.
I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Sponsored by DHHS and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Neither you or I think he's retiring. The NBA, I don't think, is ready for LeBron to retire. Who's the face of the league?
They're not prepared for it. Like it would be a shock in New York, because now you're trying to recreate this again, but there's really, they're trying to do it. Like, that's why they were hoping Celtics, Lakers. Like, they're trying to figure out, find a way to revamp it.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling. The limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC, sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
McMurphy has Nebraska in the Las Vegas Bowl. That would be incredible. That would be absolutely amazing. Here's when the Vegas Bowl is. It's before Christmas. It is so easy to get to Las Vegas for Nebraska fans. There's now a direct flight from Lincoln via Redway, the new at Lincoln Airport. Omaha has direct flight. Grand Island has direct flights to Vegas.
It would be flooded with Nebraska.
It would be awesome.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de the Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
The Drive with AD and Raph.
I saw Nick run more yesterday in the history of running. There goes Nick running again. I'm like, what is going on here?
It was the first time that I played with Raph and Edie. I was like, oh my gosh, this is they're never gonna invite me back. Probably like hole 5. I'm like, dang, Raph, like I'm sorry, man.
The more that you talk trash to him, the worse that you played, Raph.
Weekdays from 8 to 10 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Into the building for the first time after the shooting. It was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
We are having some technical difficulties with our people out at Cedars right now, so we are working on getting that fixed, and once we get that fixed, we will send it right back out to our gentlemen out at Cedars for On the Block.
Into the building for the first time after the shooting. It was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ.
He says it's still like robot.
Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. Recovery from drug addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC, sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you a veteran looking for a new companion animal? A dog, a cat, or maybe something else?
The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Vets Get Pets program can cover up to $350 of your pet adoption fees. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov/vetsgetpets to learn more about program requirements and how to apply. Want to help support the program? Get your Vets Get Pets specialty license plates from the Nebraska DMV. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into On the Block. We are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties out at Cedars with our regular hosts of On the Block with Strick and Austin out there. They are working tirelessly to get it done. But until then, me and Bach are going to take you through a little bit of time here while we try and get things figured out there. Again, today is Give to Lincoln Day. They are out at Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. It's officially Give to Lincoln Day, and Cedars needs your support. So go to givetolincoln.com to make your donation at any time today. Cedars relies on gifts from friends like you to help them in their mission to help kids find safety and stability, and is a safe place to call home. To help them help more kids, go to givetolincoln.com to make your donation anytime between now and later today. So, again, it is Bach and I bringing you a little bit of some sports information and just some happenings going on around the sports world. Again, not a lot going on right now, but Nebraska is in the Big Ten tournament playing Rutgers. And as of, a little bit ago, they were in the bottom of the second, and Nebraska was up 3-0 thanks to a Charlie Fisher home run, a 3-run shot in the bottom of the first inning after a challenge called Max Anderson safe at first base. And I think we might have the gentleman out at Cedars live right now. Gentlemen, how are you?
What's going on?
Hey, you sound fantastic.
Oh, there. We're in the mix.
You're back. You guys want to take over? I mean, it's your show.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
No, thanks for holding it over for us,
no
guys.
problem. You guys have a good one. Bach's being weird.
Well, he's just being Bach. We appreciate Bach.
All right, you guys have a great one.
Thanks, Rico. Thanks, Rico. Thanks, Bach, back in the studio. Yeah, that's right. Strick and I back here for On the Block. But most importantly, we're out at Cedars on 66th and Pioneers as part of Give to Lincoln Day. Thanks for, your consideration of a donation, and definitely all your donations. Keep those rolling in. We are out here till 6 o'clock. Strick and I out here till 4. Then at 4 to 6, we'll have Kenny and Jay out here again as a part of Give to Lincoln Day. A little Husker baseball update for you. The 4-seed Huskers lead Rutgers 3-0 in the first inning. It was a 3-run bomb off the bat of Charlie Fisher to open the scoring off of first-team All-Big Ten pitcher Christian Coppola. Sounds like there was a little review involved. So to start the Husker half of the first, Bryce Matthews hit a shot to the warning track in center field. Casey Burnham grounded out, and Max Anderson appeared to ground out to the pitcher, but the first baseman lifted his foot off the bag. He was safe. After review, Gabe Swanson walked, and then Charlie Fisher hit a 3-run home run to put the Huskers up 3-0. Runner on second right now with 2 outs for the Big Red up at TD Ameritrade Park, Charles Schwab Field in Omaha. Once again, we're out here for Give to Lincoln Day, and kids need you today. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids who have nowhere else to turn. On Gift to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. You got plenty of ways to donate. You can go to givetolincoln.com. You can give electronically through the website, through Venmo, or you can stop by here, drop off cash and a check. Once we get back from a short break, we'll welcome in a guest, Kalita, back from Cedars. She was on with Kenny and Jay not too long ago. It'll be great to have her back on the airwaves. So let's step aside for just a moment. We'll get Kalita on and talk to her about the great work being done at Cedars.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to brantexcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brant.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
May 1st through 31st, enroll your eligible smart thermostat in the LES Peak Rewards program. You'll earn participation incentives while helping to reduce electric usage. Learn more and sign up at les.com/peak rewards.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. This is On the Block. I'm Austin Norman. He's Eric Strickland. We're getting the guest train rolling officially. We're out here at Cedars with one of their own, Stricky. He did it. Made his word. Made
You
of his
too.
word.
Tell them where to donate.
Donate all over the place. The easiest way is going to be givetolincoln.com. And let's let our guests explain the process. Kalita back with Cedars. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. Walk people through the process of donating from anywhere in the world.
Sure. So thanks to the Lincoln Community Foundation, they host Give to Lincoln Days. So wherever you are, you just have to go to givetolincoln.com, select your charity of choice. Our hope, of course, is that you'll select Cedars today. All of the proceeds that come through Give to Lincoln Day are also matched by other generous donors to the Lincoln Community Foundation. So all of the nonprofits who are participating today, they think there's over 400 of them, they'll each receive a percentage of that match. So it's a win-win. And then the third win is that by participating, you guys are out here, you're helping to amplify and elevate what we're doing here at Cedars. So we really appreciate the ticket. Appreciate you both.
Yay.
Thank you for joining me and making a donation today.
Yes, yes. Cedars is on a roll. They're on a roll. They've already surpassed what they did last year. Thank you to the community. Thank you to the nation. All of you who have poured in, who have chimed in. And Chase B, who drove by just a second ago, gave us a big honk. Continue to come on by. Give a wave. Give a love. Pull up. You can give a donation. We've also got Will Shields' jersey that's going to be on signed jersey that we're going to be doing. Come up, sign up for it, get into the raffle. And then we've got also football we're going to be giving away. So it's good. Come through. It's a beautiful day.
6601 Pioneers Boulevard.
We're right there. You can't miss us. We're out on the front patio. You drive by, you see everything going on. Stop by, say hi. If you do donate in person, you get to take a little ticket merch with you. We got all sorts of stuff over there on that table, T-shirts, water bottles, all that good stuff. But it's not about us. It's about Cedars, the work they're doing. Kalita, Strick mentioned that you guys have blown past your goals already today. What were those goals?
First and foremost, our goal was to increase the number of donors. It's so important to us to have people who want to support Cedars across not just Lincoln, but all over the country. And so we're ecstatic that we've exceeded the number of donors so far this year. Of course, we have a fairly competitive president and CEO team. And so, we wanted to do better than last year. And thanks to all of the incredible people, we had a team who is down at Tower Square as well, doing some great work. So
thanks for your donation. It's that simple. Go out there and do it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, it's great. So those were our main goals. I mean, anything that comes in, 100% this year is going to support our new special project, the Carriage House.
Talk to us more about that. What is the Carriage House? What's
You heard
it
about
going
this
to
yet?
do?
No.
Oh, okay, great. So the Carriage House is going to be a new 6,800 square foot building on the backside of campus. I'll give you a tour if you want while you're here. What we found is that in last year, there were about 385 young people who were homeless just in the city of Lincoln.
Oh, wow.
And of them, about almost 100 were pregnant or parenting their own children.
Wow.
So Cedars has 16 different programs. One of the programs that we have is our Bridges transitional living apartments. So we have about 50-ish scatter site apartments. So they're not all in like one complex or whatever. But and so what we do is we provide those, Cedars leases them. And we provide those to young people who are homeless or at risk of homelessness for little to no rent. And in exchange, they agree to partner with Cedars, our professional staff, who help them with basic living skills, how to be successful on their own. Sometimes, help with employment if they need help with that, getting their GEDs, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
And the success rate for that program, which means that now these young people either take over the lease of that apartment or they go on to permanent housing themselves, is about 90%.
Wow.
Which is phenomenal.
That is a phenomenal number.
It is. But keep in mind, this program is designed for 19 to 24-year-olds.
Right.
So when you have minors
Yeah.
who are homeless, let alone pregnant and parenting, now it gets real challenging because they've had, cognitive development isn't the same. They haven't had the same perhaps kind of home life where someone's taught them, how do you do laundry? How do you store food properly? What is nutrition? How do you, all of those things. So our program staff were really the ones who said, look, there's this big gap here. We have the only emergency shelter in Southeast Nebraska right here at this location. That's not a great place for someone who's pregnant or for an infant. They're really not that successful when we try to put them in an apartment by themselves. Can you imagine what you would have been doing at 16 in an apartment by yourself? Anyway, so
we were just talking about that.
So our solution is to build Carriage House. So
Beautiful.
It really is designed.
There's a vision that just came out of the gap that was needed, the void that was there.
It's one of the things that I love, honestly, the most about Cedars is that we've been around for 75 years. And over those 75 years, as new research comes out, as we've had a continuous quality improvement team. So we look at our data, we ask we survey our clients and our all of the people that we work with, our partners, and really use that data to figure out, okay, what else can we do? Cedars is always about how do we find a way to say Yes, because it's about Nebraska's most vulnerable children and their families.
Let me ask you a quick question before we let you continue the wonderful work that you're doing here at Cedars. And I definitely would love to see the building.
It's not built yet. We're raising money.
No,
to
I
build
know
it.
you're raising.
Yeah, okay.
But how do you find them, and how do they find you? Like, Cedars is in a specific location. In what way are you able to connect, or is it a community driven things to where they kind of notice, or are they into certain programs to where you guys are partnered with in order to facilitate that? How does that work?
Yep. So a variety of different ways. What we call a referral source.
Okay.
So somebody who would refer a young person to us, that would be like Health and Human Services. That would be probation oftentimes. So if, that might be just the court system. So the courts decide that, the home is not safe for that young person for whatever reason that might be. And so then they would call us and we would work through the process of figuring out, first and foremost, we want them to stay in their stable families. If possible, we want them to stay with their family. But if that's not possible, then we have a number of different foster families. We have emergency shelter. We never want a kid to be in detention, so they'll often come to emergency shelter.
Yeah.
We have people who just are families who are struggling, and they will call us. We've got our Youth Opportunity Center. Our Youth Outreach Center is downtown, like 16th and N Street.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of young people that we just know about because they are coming to that center for any number of different things. There's clothing available, there's a washer dryer there's bus passes, there's employment opportunities. So just a space where they can get a meal, where they can get a box of food for a week. So it's just, kind of everywhere.
Speaking of everywhere, we're out here at 6601 Pioneers, main facility.
Yep.
But Cedars is all across Lincoln. It's not just here. What are some of those other programs across the city?
Sure. So we have, I just mentioned our Youth Outreach Center. We also have a street outreach team. So these are literally professional staff that will visit parks and, just try to find kids who are in need of care and help get them the resources that they need. We have our Northbridge location, which is at 27th and Holdridge. That's our early childhood development center. We also run a lot of our foster care work out of there. And one of the really amazing things that Cedars does is we have a lot of investment in prevention services. So we offer those services for free. So that is where people from the community can call us. They can get enrolled in the program. And we will stay with those families for up to 3 years, providing them whatever kind of support that they need. Because we know Jim oftentimes will give an example where he'll say, okay, so Eric, if you were, 7 years old, you're at home with your family and someone comes in with the Cedars shirt on and sits down at the kitchen table and talks to your parents. You're probably never going to remember that again, right?
Yeah.
If a child protective services or somebody else, a police officer comes into your home and removes you from your home, that's a traumatic experience that's a thing in the mind that you're going to remember forever.
Yeah.
So really those prevention services are designed to ensure that families have the help and support that they need so that those kids can stay in that family, that they can have that stable environment that they need, that they're in a safe place. And a lot of it is not because people don't want to be the best parents that they can. They do, but maybe they didn't have the best home life. So they don't really know, they just don't know what to do, but they want to know what to do. And so we're able to provide those resources.
This is the last thing. Oh, go. You got something?
Yep. One more. We also are in Omaha.
Wow. Oh, wow. Nice. Beautiful.
So we had an office in Bellevue about 5 years ago. And in the last, year and a half, we moved that to about 108th and Old Mill.
Yeah, it's a great centralized location. Yeah.
Yep. And so we used to say 5 years ago that so we serve about 1,200 kids in our care every day. And we used to say 5 years ago that about 1 in 5 of those kids was served out of the Omaha office. Because the Omaha office has grown and Cedars overall has grown, thanks to some amazing donors and community support.
Wonderful work you do.
We now have, 1 out of 20 was 5 years ago. Now we're at 1 out of 5. Wow. So it really has expanded a lot.
Well, the last thing I'm going to ask is I've seen a lot of young people, and the young people seem to be engaging with Cedars to work with young people. And
Oh, you mean
it
young
seems
adults?
to be, young adults, whether it be from the colleges,
Yeah,
the local
sure.
colleges,
Yep,
or
yep.
is it the high schools too, or just mostly the local colleges?
They have to be at least, don't quote me on this, HR.
Yeah.
I want to say 21 maybe
Yeah.
to work here.
Okay.
But we have we try to expand our internship program. We found a lot of young people who do come to us as interns end up becoming employees. We have about 200 employees across the Cedars organization. So it's a great opportunity. One of the things that we really try to push is find your fit. So if you start in, this program or doing this, then,
Transition into
you
something
move
else.
into something
Mhm.
else. And so you keep that same passion for Cedars and you just move into something else.
Yeah, beautiful. I always that's just a trigger word for him to
Take it
shift
away.
us.
Yes. A couple more things for you.
Nonverbals.
We got a couple minutes left here before we'll take a break at the top of the hour. But, Kalita, let's start with this. Talk up the people at Cedars, the people that do the work, that are boots on the ground, that you go to work with every day. What makes this place and people that work here so special?
I am honored and humbled to be a part of this organization. I have never seen the kind of passion, dedication. I mean, when I said, we try to find a way to say yes, that embodies every single person that I have encountered and at every level. We focus on professional development for our team as well. Trauma-informed care is something that we do a lot of. We do a lot of training around that. And when you have, new employee orientation, all of the senior leadership go to every single new employee orientation. So we have a conversation with them. We get to know them. It's a welcoming place. It's not just a nice place to work. It's so mission focused. That no matter what level you're at, whether you're, emptying a trash can, you're making food for kids, you're, the executive vice president of youth services, like everyone knows that they have an important role in serving these most vulnerable kids and families. And that is so powerful. It's why Jim Blue's been here for 32 years. Our CFO has been here for 34. Head of HR has been here for 29.
The leadership is strong.
The leadership is exceptional. Yes. Yeah.
Those are the people at Cedars that are boots on the ground helping the kids.
Yep.
You mentioned the 90% success rate a little bit ago. Wouldn't be possible without those people putting in that work on the ground. But also I think that speaks to the quality of young person we have in Nebraska that just need a little help, that are willing to put in the work to take those steps and try to make their lives better, but they couldn't do it on their own.
Right.
So what have you seen from, the youth at Cedars has helped throughout the years?
I think the easiest way to kind of wrap our heads around that is the kids who come back. So even today, so our education director, coordinator, he was at Tower Square. So as part of Give to Lincoln Day, Lincoln Community Foundation was down there. So he just came back from that and he told me a story with he was tearing up, and he said he had just left the booth and was walking away. He had a Cedars shirt on, and a gentleman who was maybe in his mid-30s, perhaps had some intellectual disabilities, but came up to him and said, "When I was a kid, I was at Cedars for 6 months.
Wow.
And you saved my life."
What a testimony.
And he had just gotten a job washing dishes at a restaurant in downtown Lincoln. He went over, pulled out $5, gave it to him, and said, "This is all I can do, but thank you for saving my life."
Wow.
I mean,
those are heartwarming, touching stories.
So we have young people who will come back. There was a story of a young person who had, for whatever reason, they went to a different placement in Omaha, and they would just continue to call the emergency shelter and just talk to people because they had made a connection with the amazing staff that we have here. We had another young person who was like, "I just want to come back. I just want to come back to Cedars."
Wow.
So, we of course want them to go out and be successful and thrive, and they are, and that's what's so cool. And then they come back and tell their stories, and it's phenomenal.
Kalita, thank you for spending some time with us. Thanks for spreading the good word about
Thank you so
Cedars
much
and for
having
everything
me.
you do.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Kalita,
Pleasure.
Thank you.
It's a good first hour. Thanks for bearing with us through the technical issues. Ticket listeners, if you're on Pioneers, drive past, wave, honk, say hi to us. We'll be out here, Strick and I, till 4. Kenny and Jay will take over for Old School from 4 to 6. Of course, GiveToLincoln.com. Search Cedars, make a donation there, and let us know you did. We'll shout you out on the air. We want to thank you for what you're doing to partner with Cedars and their mission to help support Lincoln's kids. We'll be back with Hour 2 on the block in just a moment.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at GiveToLincoln.com.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is former Husker Kenny Wilhite. Some kids worry about basic math, others worry about basic needs. In Lincoln, 132 kids are receiving intensive support from Cedar Street Outreach Team. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to GiveToLincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln kids. That's GiveToLincoln.com, helping kids through Cedars.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
May 1st through 31st, enroll your eligible smart thermostat in the LES Peak Rewards program. You'll earn participation incentives while helping to reduce electric usage. Learn more and sign up at les.com/peak rewards.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at GiveToLincoln.com. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in to hour 2 of On the Block. I'm Austin Norman. Sitting on the far side of the screen, if I know how directions work, Eric Strickland. And in the middle, another special guest. Thanks to Kalita back from Cedars for stopping by last segment. Next, by Mr. Tom McBride. Tom, how are you, sir?
I'm awesome. Thank you. Just got off the golf course, so this
the one right across the street.
Yeah, you probably heard me.
That's why they were honking too, because they probably hit a couple of them.
Somebody yelled in the hole.
Beautiful day to get out there today, and it's a beautiful day to get out here to Cedars again at 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Come on out, wave, honk, laugh. Mr. McBride, how you doing today?
I'm great. Very happy to be here. Glad to see the numbers for Cedars and to give to Lincoln.
Yes.
You're included in those numbers. Thank you for your donation.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that. Yeah. If you want to take after Tom, again, stop by 6601 Pioneers Boulevard, make a donation in person, or give to Lincoln.com. Choose your charity of choice and select Cedars. So we had Kalita on from Cedars. And Tom, you're also involved with Cedars. How are you involved?
I've been on the board for 2 years. It's a volunteer board. I've enjoyed that. I've known of Cedars for a long, long time. I have 43 years work in behavioral health, mental health, primarily with children and families, and ran a program for 26 years. It was very similar to Cedars, and then retired and have taken up, like I said, golf and.
So you're still able to do the work because you're just able to kind of be an advisory based on your experience. So was that the passion behind it that led you to the board?
Absolutely.
Is it just the drive for just really helping the community or the kids? And what was it really that drove
it? Is, when you've seen so many kids that, people think that, there are the haves and the have-nots. Yeah. And when you see those kids that, that come in and some of the circumstances in life. And I said, the worst thing you can see is look at a 12, 13, 14-year-old child, and their eyes are just, there's no hope.
Yeah, glazed over.
And then when you see that spark start to come back in, because you're wrapping some love around them, some services and support, and you see that spark come back in, that is hugely powerful.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Just as a young man myself, early divorce, and I was going down that road. Like it was tailing off. And I was just blessed to have a father that was able to step in and fill that gap, but most people don't. And so, we talked about how they're able to be found. What are the connection? What are the touch points that enables them to just be able to find that spark?
Well, and Cedars goes out and looks for those kids.
That's the beautiful thing.
You can't just in this world sit back and wait for those kids to come to you. You've got to have programs out there that saying we'll serve this, kind of like the Statue of Liberty. Bring me your tired, and we'll find a program for them. And the thing with I've known Jim Blue for a long, long time. I love that man. I love his philosophy. And what Jim is interested in doing is serving those kids, those families that need help. And he does so by finding great staff. And then the secret is let those staff be successful in providing those programs. And then you see, things just well up. You see the results and, the belief that the community has, in Cedars.
Yeah.
Just, in evidence by the support that's been donated to them today.
I have one more thing, and I'm going to let my partner take over. And what this speaks about is you see programs all the time. Some are effective, some are not. But what I love about Cedars is, and you can kind of elaborate on it, but I just wanted to just give kudos to you and the group and the advisory board. When donations come, sometimes everybody talks about what they're going to do, how they're going to build, and then you just don't see them doing anything. I can say you can see the work here.
You can see the work.
Yes, and that's uniquely different in some organizations. It is actually happening. Your money is going to where it's supposed to go to do what it's supposed to do, and you're going to see the work behind it.
And that's one of the things too, is that they can demonstrate. There's companies that come in and do audits, and they say, okay, $100. Let's say you give $100 in there. How much of that's going to administration? How much it's going to this, that, the other thing? And when you see somebody that's running 97% of that's going directly to programs, that's a heck of a program. I mean, that is good. It's not administrative costs. It's, certainly there's overhead.
That's needed
kind of stuff,
Yeah.
But, it's real programming, and it's everyday programming, and hundreds, if not thousands of kids and families a day. I mean, it's, when you see things, like the Eastbridge Center, and the services they're providing up here and services down here, the new services that are being built, for pregnant, single teen, parents and stuff. I mean, that's not a new problem. It's been there. And what Jim does, what the Cedars staff does, and what the board works to support them in doing is seeing a need and responding to that need. And you're now seeing it with them over in Omaha. So
Strick, I want you to pick a number. I give you two choices, 20 or 21.
21.
21. Okay. On the block, listeners, you have, where'd the time go? Okay. Strick and I are on for another hour. We got 50 minutes. Let's get 21 people to give $21 each. Let's do 21 shout outs for you on the block listeners. Text us after you've made your donation at givetolincoln.com. Let us know you gave your 21 to Cedars.
That's because I'm a Husker.
Strick will shout you out. Yes. Husker, through and through.
Through and through.
There's the big end there. So, Tom, like you mentioned, you did work similar to Cedars. You've been around, you've seen it, and I'm sure some of the problems are the same. Some of them are new and different. What are the similarities between kids and families when you first started, and what's different about the challenges they face in this era?
One of the things we're seeing today is much more mental health needs.
Shout out! Thanks for honking.
A lot more severe mental health issues. Kids that basically have been abandoned. It's been progressive, and when I first started in the in work, you'd see a youngster come in with what they call an Axis 1 diagnosis, which is a major mental health illness. And they'd come in with one, maybe two. Now you're seeing kids coming in with 4 or 5, 7 of them.
Wow.
And, some of it is environmental, some of it's, biological, and stuff. But it's a much more difficult, group to work with now. And then with the pandemic, that only magnifies that stuff. The thing I love about Cedars is, and what you see happening with the kids and stuff, when when you're talking about, you see the programs building and all that kind of stuff, you don't see a lot of the background stuff with them being active in the county, in the county board for services. And, Jim and I work together.
Shout out to the honks. Thank you.
We worked a lot of times, and he still does in the legislature, and helping to, create legislation, laws that are supportive of children and families and stuff. So it's not just here's $1, put that program on. It is more in depth, and there's more to it than anybody could ever really imagine.
Yeah.
It's crazy just how deep some of that is. As you look at your experiences from when you first started, through now, how have you seen the programs change? What about kids and families change, and how you approach?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's we've really, and I want to take some blame for this, from 50 years ago, 40 years ago and stuff, but if you had a youngster or a family that was in need of something, you came to us. Our job was, because we were the educated ones, we were the experienced ones, is tell you what's wrong, and here's how you're going to fix that and stuff. And, and families are like, you can't do that. So now there's much more, involvement of the families, of the kids, It's a collaborative. If you don't have that good therapeutic relationship or whatever, it's not going anywhere. And that has changed 180 degrees. We have a much more defined idea of how the juvenile brain works and how it develops and how long it takes. We're much better in responding to trauma-informed care to those kids and stuff. So it has grown tremendously, but you've got to have people that are able to make that change and embrace that new information, that new knowledge, and Cedars staff does.
You mentioned the education and the relationship. In a lot of cases, it seems like there is information that needs to be shared, that, young adults, young people need to learn, that there's stuff they don't know, that you're there to educate and inform. Is it fair to say, though, that it's probably more consistent to get that information through if you start with the relationship to get to know them and build that personal connection before you dump facts on them?
Absolutely. Anybody in any kind of business like that now, it's always relationships. You talk about relationships, you build relationships. And what's great is when you see, 10 years later, you've got kids stopping by to see you. You get high school graduation announcements, you get wedding invitations and stuff, and that it's working. But if you and it's like if you go to the doctor, if you have a doctor you don't like, and you don't like the way he's treating you, he's talking to you, it's not going to work. Well, when you're working with, in the emotional, mental health, behavioral health issues, if you don't have that relationship, it's gone.
The walls are just they're high.
They'll get higher. They'll get thicker.
Yeah, get thicker and higher. Yeah.
And a lot of these kids, it's tough to trust. And when you get through that, when you break through some of those barriers and you have that trust established, it's really, really powerful.
Tom, you mentioned that you're on the volunteer board.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at that board and the work that it does, what does it mean to you to look at those people and know by them volunteering their time like you are, that they have the same passion, the same desire to help, keep Lincoln's kids in safe and stable situations?
It's heartening to know that, there are people throughout the community that, this is hugely important to them. And those people that you'll probably find in very similar other situations, where they're supporting different community-based things and stuff. But, it's an opportunity to come back and say, we believe in you, and this is what we want to help you do. And, Jim could fill this board with 10,000 people. Oh,
yay! Got a donation. Yeah, you should sign up for the shirt too. Yeah, Will Shields, get in there, get in there, sign in for it,
and grab a T-shirt, football from over there, anything. Thank you, young man.
Yeah, we love it when you guys stop by, shake a hand, and get a chance to say hello.
And if you see DP, he's a fist bump guy. Give DP a fist bump. He loves him a fist bump. So, Cedars specifically, how did you first hear about it, and what made you, have that desire to get involved on the volunteer board?
Well, like I said, I'd worked with Jim for years and years and years and years. And one of the things that the agency that I operated and this agency is there was never any, well, we know this, and so we're not going to share it with you. That we always had a very fluid relationship with this is working, this is not working, get that information back and forth, because in the bottom line, it was for the kids and the families. And so there wasn't any of this proprietary stuff, and Jim and I always believed in that. And so when I retired and moved down here, and I will sing Cedars praises. I have for 30 years. And he said, hey, you want to get on the board? And I was like, well, you don't have to twist my arm. Simply because I've seen them over the years. I've seen them develop. I see their the future that they're always looking towards, and I believe in that and support that, and it was a no-brainer for me.
Okay, so you said you moved down here. Where was up there or out there?
I lived out in New York for 35 years.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and then retired down here, and running grandkids all over the place and family and stuff. So we're enjoying Lincoln.
Excellent.
Love York. A lot of friends out there. But
all I almost hate to tell you, my dad's a Seward teacher. So I have a little more allegiance to Seward. I'm sorry, Tom. I don't know if I should bring that up, but felt like I had to. Well, Tom,
we had nicknames for each other.
as any good rivalry does.
Yeah, my wife was a varsity soccer coach for up there for 17 years too, or no, 21 years.
Very nice. Well, Tom, thank you for your donation. Thank you for the time that you give to Cedars and supporting their mission, their work. Thank you for all you did in your career, and thanks for stopping by. Great to talk to you.
Thank you guys for doing this.
Yes. Thank you again.
You bet.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely. Tom McBride with us here on the block. We'll step aside. We got some Husker basketball guests on the way next. Keep the great guest train rolling here on the block.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com.
May 1st through 31st, enroll your eligible smart thermostat in the LES Peak Rewards program. You'll earn participation incentives while helping to reduce electric usage. Learn more and sign up at les.com/peak rewards.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
This is former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
You've been cooped up inside for too long. School is wrapping up and it's time for a road trip, but the family carriage needs some new tires. We're here to help. The Memorial Day tire sale is happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Goodyear tires, Hankook tires, Nokian tires, Kumho tires, all tires on sale through May 26th. Big savings, instant rebates, mail-in rebates. It's all happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Hurry, GrahamTireLincoln.com, getting you to the places that matter most.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Generation V.
Start summer off right with the Midwest's favorite for Vapor, Delta, and much more during the Generation V summer sale. Starts Memorial Weekend.
Generation V.
Save up to 50% off during the Generation V summer sale. Get a free bottle of Nick salts when you buy a pod system. Get 20% off all Honey Root Delta products and much more.
Generation V.
Now with 4 Lincoln locations. Stop in Memorial Weekend to take advantage of the Generation V summer sale.
E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with Roof Credit.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Yes, the captain was ready to transfer. Lester talked me off the ledge and told me, if you quit now, you're going to always be a quitter. So you got to figure out what it's going to take for you to play. You know what it took? Me to talk to Zach Leager, Brandon Stein, Joe Wilt, Rob Zadista, and Aaron Graham and say, hey, fellas, y'all mind if I work out with y'all? And I couldn't lift the 120s dumbbells. I couldn't lift the 90s at the time. And I said, man, I don't care what it takes. I'm getting ready to get bigger, stronger, faster, so that when we get out there on that football field, these coaches got to play me.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. We're back here on the block, rolling right along into hour number 2 of the show. We're out here at Cedars. I'm Austin Norman. Down at the end, Eric Strickland. In between,
You
two
can't
great
see
guests.
me.
Strick, we can see you.
Oh.
You're on stream.
Oh,
we couldn't see you before, but we got that up. We got that fixed. Joined now, again, keeping the great guest train rolling. Couple Ramel Lloyd, senior and junior. Gentlemen, welcome to On the Block. Welcome to Cedars. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Mark Nasty, what's up, man?
Thanks for having us. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, just want to make sure. Can we hear them, or can you hear them?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, I can't hear them in mine, but then that's okay. Nonetheless, we're gonna start with the young Lloyd today. So you being new, you redshirted last year. You got an opportunity to stay in Lincoln, be in Lincoln, become a part of the community. Cedars is just the essence of the heart of Lincoln and what the community is. Is there a place like Cedars where they embrace the kids and the unity and helping the young kids around? Is there a place like that you had back home that you really had an opportunity to see and the help that they do in the community?
I wouldn't, not necessarily. I don't have any place like that exactly, but being out here and being a part of this community, I would love to start working with Cedars and just things like that, just to get implemented with that type of thing.
Wow, that's beautiful. Rock, your son has been here, man. Now you've come to kind of help to take him to another level. What is it about Lincoln that you guys initially saw that really outside listening? We're not talking about the coaching stuff, but what was it about the community, the place, that kind of helped to make this place a home for you for the time?
Yeah, Strick, that's a really good question because when you talk about Nebraska or Lincoln, coming from where we're from, the whole perception of what this place is completely different, right?
Yeah.
No offense to anyone, but you think of open farmland, you think of corn like everybody else, and then you get here, right? You meet the people, you see the city, you have the city life, but it's quiet. It's still not as hectic as it is,
back in
the cold. So, and it's just it's a pleasant place to be, and more importantly, the people here are
shout out to the Hawks. Shout out to the Hawks.
Yeah,
go ahead, keep it going.
Really, the people here, we enjoy the people, very friendly. Laid back place, and a place where if you really come in and lock in and focus, you can live a great life and handle business at the same time.
That's what I mean. Listen, I'm a military kid. I went to high school, junior high at Mission Junior High. Shout out to the Braves, Thunderbirds, Bellevue West, and then I ended up staying here to go to college. I came from Cali. My dad was stationed in Cali. Getting here, I saw the same thing. I had the same perception. My pops was basically saying to me, we going to Nebraska. I said, I ain't going to Nebraska. I said, I'm staying here. You know what I'm saying? And so getting here, as you said, getting to know the people, then as you begin to embrace yourself into the community, this is what caused me to stay. This is why I decided to come back. It is a beautiful thing, and this is why we're partnered with Cedars here. Come by 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Take a look, get a chance to shake a hand with the Lloyd family. Ramel's going to have a tremendous career. What are some of the things you're working on in the offseason? Because now you got a chance to observe. You had an opportunity to look at the team, see the style, get to know the staff, see the now listen, real talk though, it's one of the best supporting places to the fans is gonna get with you and get behind you. So that is one of the places. So what are some of the things you've been working on this offseason in order to showcase your skills for the upcoming season?
Really just everything, just my overall game. I learned a lot last year, obviously redshirting. So just implementing all the things I learned last year in terms of being a good team player and just my own game and how I can be a help to the team at this level. So just learning from what I learned last year and just improving what I already do.
What do you think as you look at your son? What are some of the strengths coming in? Because Rock, we understand that there's scouting reports, there's game plans, and no one really has seen him and seen what his game has become coming out of high school. So it's going to be fresh when they see him. He's going to probably be able to get busy with a lot of his strengths. But what are some of the things that you've been working with him in this offseason? Because we know that's why you're here. You're here to get your son right. What are some of those things that you've been working with him to help as the scouting report tries to catch up with him so that he can make sure he stays ahead of it?
Right. That's also a good question. I just got here. Ramel's been doing a fantastic job of staying locked in and working ever since the season, throughout the whole season on his own. I've trained him a lot, obviously, coming up and been his main coach and been his main person. Obviously, we still get in the gym and do some things, but my job as a father at this point is to be a little bit just more supportive of the things that he's already been doing himself. It's not necessarily my task to be in the gym with him all the time and making sure he's working on this and working on. He knows what he needs to do. I'm here for support. And as far as his game is concerned, Ramel's biggest thing, I believe, is versatility. He can play multiple positions. He can guard multiple positions, and he's a winner. There's no doubt about that. He's won at every level. And when he's playing well, his game, personal game, translates also to team success and winning. And I think that's a key component to who he is as a talent. As a lot of kids, they can get off and get numbers and stuff, and it doesn't help the team win. So I think when Ramel is playing good and playing successfully, that the outcome is going to be good for the team as well as him as an individual.
Awesome. This will be for both of you. Rock, you mentioned that you were his primary coach, right, for so long. You got to let him go to college to take that next step. So for you, what went into those conversations with the coaching staff at Nebraska to trust them? And then, Ramel, throughout the recruiting process, you get to know the coaches, you talk to them. Did that relationship show through in your redshirt year with them working with you in the gym?
I'll go first. For me, with my family, we're a very close-knit family. We made all our decisions.
Thank you for the donation. Shout out. Thank you, guys. Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Obviously, Ramel's all final decisions is on him, but we discuss everything as a family to make sure it's the best thing for him. As far as me with the coaches, I just wanted him to be a place where he can develop his game. He can also have some freedom to be himself on and off the court, right? And we wanted a place where he can impact the team right away and be able to continue to try to achieve his personal goals and individual goals while the team is still going into another level as well. So that was important for me, and I think Lincoln was a good place for that, just because of the transition that they were in, and Fred doing a great job of bringing in players and changing the culture, things of that nature. So it's always good to be there at the beginning of something new, right? So he had a lot of different opportunities to go to different places. And I think that's what stuck out for us the most, at least for me. I wanted him to definitely be a part of something that's changing and be a main part of it, and make his mark here in a changing culture.
And then for you, Ramel, going through that recruiting process, you get to know the coaches a little bit. What was it about having a coach that wasn't your dad, trusting them and working with them, through that redshirt year?
Through the redshirt year, it was great still. Even though I redshirted, I can get in the gym with any of the coaches at any time I wanted. They were always supportive of me and making sure I was still good, even though I wasn't playing at the time. So they put a lot of focus on me still, even while I was redshirting. So that was definitely a good thing for me.
That's dope. I've been here a long time, and I've got a chance to see it at its peak. I think you guys have an opportunity to get back there. It's going to require the leadership that I think that you bring to this team. It's going to require somebody to take the reins and help to push it out there. Do you feel you're mentally prepared for what's going to be called of you?
Most definitely. I mean, I sat all year. I've watched these games. I've been on the road with the team. You know, I'm a competitor. I haven't played in a real game in a long time, so I'm definitely going to be ready to play. Yeah, I'm very anxious. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I wish we can play tomorrow. Like, I'm ready whenever. So just keep working on it.
You're doing something unique because a lot of players are quickly and ready to shoot out of town when school's over. You're doing something special in that you're staying grounded. How are you able to keep up and continue to get the runs that are going to help you also? I know there's times where I play in different summer leagues or different things. What are some of those things that kind of help you to get the run? The gym's open to you. You guys have the keys to the gym. That's a beautiful thing because we didn't even have that. So where are you kind of gonna go to get the run to showcase and enhance the skills that you've been working on just in the court?
That's a good question. You know, I'm not too familiar with the area in terms of open runs and stuff like that. I haven't really tapped into that yet, but I've really just been working on my own game and just focus on individually. I know we're going to start playing at some point during the summer and whatnot. So I'm just working on everything I need to work on until I get there.
You come into Lincoln, you know, as a freshman, away from home for the first time. Who are some of the guys on the team that helped you through that transition, that helped you say, hey, here's how we do this. This is what college is like. This is what it's like to be a college basketball player.
Definitely Derek Walker for sure. You know, D Walker's like a big bro to me. You know, I text him, call him, things like that, see how he's doing, vice versa. Manuel Vanderbilt helped me a lot too. You know, he was always supportive and making sure I was, you know, on track with things and just helping me out any way he could. So those two.
No, man, great stuff. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what your skill set brings. I mean, you're. I think in watching you over, you know, your high school and as well, because I did get to see you play in high school too. But in watching, you're unique in that you have what Sam Griesel brought, but you just have a little bit more to your bag. And that's what I'm excited to be able to see with that size and skill set. Very similar, I think. I just think you probably shoot the ball better than Hogarth. So I can kind of see that style in you. Right. Not him. I'm just saying that style, the ability to create, get deep, find guys, finish, shoot. But I think you got a little better stroke than that. So I'm excited and looking forward to seeing you help lead this team, hopefully back to its prominence of the old heydays. And it starts with you and the guys in that locker room. Thank you so much for coming out today in support of Cedars. The Lloyd family, senior, junior, as well as Austin Orman and Strick. We are on the block. We're here at Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Come by. We've been getting a lot of honks, but we didn't want to interrupt the group. But we hear you. We hear you. We appreciate you. Come on by, donate. You can drop it in the box. You can also do it by Austin.
GiveToLincoln.com.
There it is. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll bring BD to come shout out. BD is a veteran of the Husker family. We'll bring him on next, right after this, on the block.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at GiveToLincoln.com.
Generation V.
Start summer off right with the Midwest's favorite for vapor, Delta, and much more during the Generation V summer sale. Starts Memorial Weekend.
Generation V.
Save up to 50% off during the Generation V summer sale. Get a free bottle of Nick salts when you buy a pod system. Get 20% off all Honey Root Delta products and much more.
Generation V.
Now with 4 Lincoln locations. Stop in Memorial Weekend to take advantage of the Generation V summer sale.
E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
You've been cooped up inside for too long. School is wrapping up and it's time for a road trip, but the family carriage needs some new tires. We're here to help. The Memorial Day tire sale is happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Goodyear tires, Hankook tires, Nokian tires, Kumho tires, all tires on sale through May 26th. Big savings, instant rebates, mail-in rebates. It's all happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Hurry, GrahamTireLincoln.com, getting you to the places that matter most.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is former Husker and NBA veteran Eric Strickland. Some kids wish for a family dog, others wish for a family. Last month, over 100 kids needed a foster family and home. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givetolincoln.com and make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. It's on the block with Strick and Austin, except it hasn't really been about us, and that's awesome. Thanks to Kalita Back of Cedars for joining us near the end of the first hour. Tom McBride in the second hour. Then we just got done talking with Rock and Ramel Lloyd. Thanks to them for stopping by. Tonight and every night, there are 300 kids staying safely in Cedars' care, but hundreds more are left needing a safe place just to spend the night. To them, Give to Lincoln Day is more than just a local day of giving. It's an opportunity for warm meals and clean clothing. It's the possibility of leaving the streets forever, and it's a chance to finally live in a home that feels safe. Lincoln's kids need you. Today, a gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on this Lincoln community and the kids who have nowhere else to turn. Today on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. Donate at givetolincoln.com. We suggest that you find Cedars in that drop-down menu. Make your donation there. Again, Stricky threw out the number 21. We're looking for 21 people to donate $21 here by the end of the show. Again, whether online at givetolincoln.com or stop by, say hi to us. We'll shake your hand, shout you out here at Cedars at 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. Joining us on site, had him in studio a couple times, Husker legend, Mr. Bernard Day. B-Day, what's up?
Oh, not too much. It's great to be here.
Great to have you.
Shout out to Richard for the $500 donation, as well as to Amy with a $200 donation. We thank you guys. Many more have given, some anonymous, some have said their names. To the anonymous givers, we appreciate you as well. We thank you for your donations today. BD, what's going on?
Oh, man, not too much, man. Just got off work. Just came to holler at you, bro.
Yeah. We glad you were able to pop in before we finish out the show. Listen, you've played here. You came here. Your expectations was to come and play. Probably thought had European and opportunities at other levels in the professional ranks to play. But ultimately, you came back to the community. What was it about your coming, then exploring all of your talents and everything of the sort, and then still finding your way back? Because this is why the community has broken the ceiling on what they did last year already by 12:30 and counting. So what was it to you, though, about Lincoln that makes it special, like those who have donated today to Cedars and have continued to do wonderful work in this community that led you to make your way back?
Well, being from Washington, D.C., it was coming to the Midwest. It was a big change. And then when I got here to Lincoln, it was like all of a sudden, this felt like a second home to me, being at the university, then meeting a lot of people. And then from that point, after I kind of got done and played overseas for 7 years, I came back and I wanted to raise my boys here.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was a good place to raise kids. And I just kind of decided to stay.
You mentioned, getting to Lincoln, it was like a second home to you. Some of the kids at Cedars know that this is their home. This is where they're living. And that's why we're asking you to support Cedars with a donation. But the other thing is, it's not just the physical building. It's the people that are at Cedars. And when you got to your second home in Lincoln, what was it about the coaching staff, the people on your team? Who was it that really helped you through that transition from DC to Lincoln?
Well, I had a guy on the team, Doug Farley. He was one of the assistant coaches, and he was from DC. And he kind of helped me with the transition. And, it was like wherever I went, I kind of laid back and fit in wherever I go. So, it was just being here. And my teammates were great. I just had fun with them. And we went around, especially Henry Buchanan, because, once he got here, we kind of hung out all the time. Derek Vick, Anthony Bayless, we all
and they
kind
stayed. That's
yeah.
the beautiful thing about it. I mean, yes, they're now going on and they're doing things in Arizona, but they stayed.
They stayed for a while
for
too.
A long while.
Yeah. And and it was just great. Now, and it's just the camaraderie here and just being around the people is just great.
So BD, what are some of the things that you think about this location that you see the beauty in, as far as what they're doing in the community, how they're touching lives and making a true impact? What are some of those things that you witness about this wonderful place of Cedars?
Yeah, I kind of heard about it a while back, and and as they were talking about it was one of those things where it's like at that point, what could I do? But then it was like I had so much going on that that I kind of let it go by. And the things that we do now for the kids, I mean, it's just great. It's just wonderful to see. And, it's like if you can donate and give to the institution, it'll be great.
Today, specifically, the money that they're getting from Give to Lincoln Day, most, if not all of it, is going toward the Carriage House. That's their newest project. We had Kalita talk to us about it a little bit before, like 6,800 square feet for, pregnant women that, don't have any other place to go, that need, a spot specifically for them to grow and raise their kids. So that's going to make a tangible impact on the community. You're making a difference right here, right now, today. And that's absolutely fantastic. And Bernard, when you got here as a young man coming from DC, I'm sure a lot of it was, you still had to learn a playbook. You had to learn plays. You had to, learn the culture of Lincoln, how it was different from back home. Just how important was, number one, that education piece at the university, but number two, some of the relationships that you had and then that you've carried through to this day?
Yeah, the relationships were great. And that was the biggest thing that kind of kept me around, because I've met so many people, when I got here, it was like Jerry Shoecraft, Andre Smith, God rest his soul. And, and there's like a bunch of other guys that I kind of met in the community. And, we got to talking to them and hanging out with them. And then my teammates, and then going to school. I mean, everything just kind of fell into place to kind of make me feel comfortable here and kind of make me want to stay. Because being from DC is kind of a fast pace, and, you don't want to get kind of caught up in all that traffic and everything on rush hour when you're just sitting still for 2-3 hours. And, here is just so laid back and, and a great place to raise a family. So, I just came back and just decided to stay.
Beautiful. Well, let's do a quick shift. You being a front court player, what is it that you've seen out of Nikola Jokic in this playoffs that just helps you to see it from a I can't even ask a question. I'm just kind of mesmerized by just how well he's played in his playoffs and how he's put his team on his shoulders. But what's your just initial thoughts on Jokic? And I'm going to throw a debate out. Did you think it was Embiid's time, or do you think Jokic probably should have had it based on what he was able to do with his team this year?
Well, you look at both of them, they both had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you start trying to go through the playoffs with it and look at it that way. And all of a sudden it's like, well, Nikola Jokic he's doing what he's MVP type stuff. And, and Embiid struggled a little bit, maybe because of an injury here or there. But, Jokic, man, he's just a different player. And for a guy that big, for a guy that big to just bring the ball up the floor.
Commercial.
Yeah. And it's like, hold up, wait a second. If I got him bringing the ball up the floor, I'm put a guard on him and make him give the ball up. And that guard will be quick enough to get back to guard whoever he needs to guard. But I'm not going to let this big man just constantly bring the ball up the floor and just pick apart my team, because that's what exactly he does, man. And then some of those crazy shots he made, man, ball over his head and just letting it go 50 feet in the air, nothing but net. It
on
was
the
like
one
crazy.
leg step back.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The one leg dirt fall back. Like, good God. No. See, what impressed me, I would say, is all the game that team could have gave in at any point in time. And the team is like they're settled in his leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a big play where he literally just ripped through, took Anthony Davis, hit him with a shoulder, stepped through Schroeder, and finished to basically seal the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're settled so well and coached so well that they did two things in the ending of the game that impressed me with Coach Malone. One, let's say they could have faltered and failed because of the frustration. We've been there,
yeah,
where we knew we was getting a shaft job.
Right.
We knew, and we so worried about them and the fact of what they doing that we forget game plan, staying in what we're supposed to be doing. They didn't. They were laughing at it. They were giggling.
They stayed in the moment.
They stayed in the moment.
They stayed in the moment.
So then They let LeBron get it. They take away his right hand. That's the stuff people miss. They didn't let him go right. They made sure he was going left. And then Jamal Murray just stayed in the pocket.
And
that was the key to the game right there. Talk to me.
Yeah. And, in those instances, too, it's like, okay, do you think he should defer to his teammate who's a shooter? Or do you think he should try to finish it out himself? Because when he made that move to the basket, he could have kicked it back to AD or to the, I can't remember who was on the other side.
I think Austin Rivers was in the corner. That's the problem. They had a mistake. Austin Rivers should have been Reeves. Gosh, dang. Austin Reeves should have been at the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because there was a segment where AD had a shot at the end and he missed it. So he wasn't going back to that again.
Mm-hmm.
AD was struggling this game. He wasn't going. But I'm telling you, Austin Reeves has a burner. If he would have been there, I think LeBron might have thought differently.
Yeah. I mean, the kid, he's been playing great all year. And for him to have the confidence that he has and never been in that situation before, that was great for him. But it's still, it's a couple of those shots, like that fall away that LeBron did from the corner almost. And the shot clock ran out. It was like, why take that shot? But it was only 3.2 seconds left on the clock. So, those situations right there is like game plan and running it and doing the right things. You could have got a better shot than that. But, yeah, hey.
Let's shift to the other one. Miami could have closed it out at home. Don't get it done. I think I venture to say I said if I was a betting man, I probably would have put, knowing that a week or 10 days of off day, that I pretty much say Boston probably gonna win this one and the next one. Let's just say that there ain't gonna be a lot of delays in this game action. But do you think they can get it done? Be quick because we got about a minute.
They kind of fell apart a little bit in that game. It was like Boston started hitting shots, and then it was like then all of a sudden Miami, they started missing, and it was like it started going back and forth, but Boston prevailed. They came out and they did what they're supposed to do, because the last game they weren't hitting shots. This time they were hitting shots.
Well, that's us. Old School will be next. We're out of here from Cedars. Peace.
You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket's 12 hours of coverage of Give to Lincoln Day from Cedars at 66th and Pioneers. Donate to Cedars anytime, all day at givetolincoln.com.
Generation V.
Start summer off right with the Midwest's favorite for Vapor, Delta, and much more during the Generation V summer sale. Starts Memorial Weekend.